This is a very interesting message today because I was thinking nothing's going to harm you. And we talked a little bit about that, about safety and being able to wake up in the morning and feel safe. And how do we do that if things are happening out there? And just so you'll know, when we mention chaos and the things that we believe are happening, it doesn't mean it has to be happening in your life. I just happen to be taking the stage, and she happens to be taking the stage, and we've come together to have one stage that we can meet upon and feel safe. And I really believe that this space that we have, we'll have to buy more chairs, no matter what it looks like in this present moment, because what CSL Kaua'i is, I'm doing a plug for it, but what this is and has been for 12 years is called consistency. Events are fabulous, but they are over when they're over. And you get something and you take it with you into your world. But right now, I do know the consistency and a place that you know is here. It's like the good mom and dad we used to always call. It's like, where have you been? Oh, we've been up, and mom and dad are still there. My brother used to say that. My mom would say, what do you want me to do? We just sit here in a rocking chair waiting for my kids to come home? And he said, yes, pretty much, and leave your refrigerator full. So today I wanted to think, yesterday, and I want to talk about a really happy place called struggle. Everyone loves struggle, don't they? But, oh, girl, you went up here and checked on my thing. So what I remembered yesterday, I had some colleagues remind me that 5 years ago today, yesterday, was the COVID shutdown. And I went, wow. And so, that's a touchy subject because everybody's like, well, you don't need to bring up the past. Well, yeah, I do in order to make a point. And that is that I believe sometimes we rush by things very fast and it still lingers a little bit in our cellular. We talked about it yesterday, the PTSD and all of the things that go on that I know for us, and that's where we'll be getting to butterflies today too, is for us, it put us into, we had no moment. We were laughing because we went to the Sacred Earth Choir over here on a Saturday, and everybody was buzzing. They're like, oh, don't hug me, and oh, I'm feeling, I heard. What do you feel? And then the next day we came to celebrate over at our other place, and we were like, yeah, but we missed a memo. We missed an email that told us to shut our doors on Saturday night. Said, do not open, and you know me. We just want to be a rebel without a cause or with a cause. So we opened up and then it shut down. So the whole point to it is that I remember, and it goes into where we are today, where I am today, where we are, is I remember that feeling of this is unfair. We worked our butts to get this center full with 100 people, and now we're down to 0. But I'm not making fun of my feelings, even though I am, because I can make fun of them now. Why? Because it was 5 years ago. It was devastating to Rita and I. Other people were having a party. They were like, island to ourselves, island to ourselves. That's what, I bet we're sitting there, how do we keep our community together? How do we keep our community? And that was our only thing. And then we had our beautiful Rob Jones at that time with the wonderful video, and it was 10 people that came together every Sunday, and even that wasn't allowed. But you know us. We'll do it anyway. And so I looked back on it not as a thing of horrible, but what it made us all, if you chose. I absolutely believe that we didn't take the full opportunity for COVID. Whatever you think about COVID isn't whether it's real or not real or could be, that doesn't matter. I'm talking about this world shut down and it felt really unsafe. And this island that I love felt unsafe because there was a lot of diversity. And then my little boy had to wake up as a spiritual leader and as a leader to go, wow, in the middle of chaos, we're separating. How in the hell is that happening? This is what I thought we would do, is to come together. So it's called resilience. Brings us into the butterfly. I'm going to read a little parable. Here it says, it's called the struggle parable. A man once found a butterfly struggling to emerge from the chrysalis. Wanting to help, as we always do, he carefully snipped the shell to make it easier for the butterfly to escape. But when it emerged, its wings were weak and shriveled, unable to support flight. What the man didn't realize was that the struggle to break free was essential. By pushing against the chrysalis, pushing to get out, and that wonderful glue being put out, or that goo, I like it goo better, that goo coming out to give strength, the butterfly forces fluid into its wings, strengthening them for the journey ahead. Without that struggle, it can never fly. Now here's the good news and the not so good news. I'm not promoting struggle. I think we have done more than enough share of all of our stuff, from poverty to disease to whatever we have been doing with ourselves. But I do know that the struggle, that struggle that we went through for 5 years to keep this community together, all of us did, is something to build our wings. Our wings became strong, and I complained through a lot of it. It's sticky. They don't understand. And then I had to fight everything else, and we're 6 feet apart, but now we're not, and can't catch your face. I was just like, hi, I'm your spiritual leader. Freaking tense all over the place. And then I run into people, right, that are going, isn't it just like a vacation? Hell no, it ain't no vacation. We're putting this thing together. And now look where we are, in the palace with a center cat right here next to us. This is not about dismissing pain. I want to be really clear about that. I honor not your pain. I honor you that is working through that pain, whatever it may be. So I want to talk a little bit even more about the idea of post-traumatic growth that he mentioned, that Dawson mentioned yesterday, because I have just fallen in line with the post-traumatic growth is kind of what we're talking about, right? I mean, we grow a lot from the struggles. I don't think that's the only way into it, though. I think that we are sadly mistaken if we do not know that we were talking about demonstrating a lot yesterday, and how much can you actually embody? How much of spirit can I embody? As much as I believe that I can embody. And the reason I do a lot of my inner child work is because I use a process and I used it in growing up. I lived in a war zone, PTSD. I didn't even know what it really meant. I just know that I was hypervigilant until someone said, "Are you aware that your mannerisms are kind of like a bird?" Is that a compliment? I don't know. Because I would be like this. Every noise, everything. So how you doing? What's she doing? And I still have a lot of that, but it actually benefits me these days because I kind of know what everyone's up to. So the butterfly is sitting there. And then think of what he did. He came in because he said, I'm going to help that butterfly. Snip. And the butterfly can't fly. What a dilemma. What a dilemma to be in when we go to help one another. Are we going to help people to fix them, or are we going to listen to them and see where they are? My particular intention of my life right now It would make me very sad to leave the planet today if I realized I was sitting on this gold mine and I never used it fully. We said it yesterday, we have everything we need to have the perfect life. The butterfly metaphor, the idea that through struggle and adversity, we don't just recover, we transform. We do not just recover, we transform. And I thought about yesterday. Yesterday, it was like, you know when you're in the midst of something, you don't really think about it as much till the rest of these things come up. And I thought, I'm not sure, because in our teaching, we have the authority. Right here and right now. I have the authority to make and have anything happen in my life that I believe and that I allow to attract to me, gravitate to me. And so I said to Rita this morning, what's the deal? What's the deal? We are God beings in every moment. And I said, it's because we do not believe the magic word, and that's authority. That we do not have authority over our lives fully. And the things I hear, I very much agree that it feels like maybe I don't always. But can you imagine, that's what I love about this teaching. This teaching says, move at your own place. I mean, at your own pace, right? But the one last thing I have to say to that, and I have a little treat for you. Not that this wasn't enough treat. But we have this authority, and we are able to use it in any moment that we want. But we have to reach in and believe it. And I think, and I hope I don't offend anyone, because you know that if I do, you'll let me know. I'm not looking for a loophole anymore to my discomfort and my struggle. And sometimes we do. I do. That loophole, yeah, but. Oh yeah, that's good, Patrick. I believe you up until this point. And we don't say it a lot because we don't want people to feel like, bad or anything about, because that's not our goal, but it either is or it isn't. I'm either the absolute full expression of God, of good, in every moment, or I'm not. So let's not pretend we're not that power. Let's not pretend we're not. Let's just admit it and call it out for what it is, that I am not in this moment able to use this power for whatever reason. I asked somebody the other day, because I don't like myself. I said, there we go. But let's not say that there's not a power that is 100% in our lives. Safety, my friends. I'm not kidding. At the end of this year, and I say it with a smile on my face, we are not going to recognize ourselves because do you know what it's like? It's like, and even that poor butterfly, you think about that poor butterfly, it's eternal, man. They'll come around the next one and this person will leave them alone. Leave people alone when they're, don't leave them stranded, but stop trying to cut the bag. They're building muscle, man. Let them have that. So I want to leave you with something you're a trip. The title of our talk today is Nothing's Gonna Harm You. And there's a wonderful, heartwarming play called Sweeney Todd. I was laughing because Charles goes, really? That's what you think is? No. Nothing's going to harm you when you remember who you are and the power that we have. So I'm going to call up this beautiful lady, and we're going to sing a little song for you. And And I wanted to make sure, I'm just going to get some water here.
Hello?
Do.
Hello?
Testing.
Hello?
There we go. So, why did we want to do this song, Rev Rita, Doctor?
Because we had a talk title.
Go deeper, girl. Go deeper.
Okay.
No.
Because, well, to me, this song is not about nothing's going to harm me while he's around and I'm around, but it's more about nothing's going to harm me when I'm in touch with spirit and my life force. And no matter what happens, that's always there and will get me through whatever's confronting me. I'll be safe, right?
Exactly.
Is that what you wanted to say?
Uh-huh.
I guess I got an A.
So we're singing it to you.
Yeah.
I did all that yapping, so my mouth was dry.
All right.
You ready?
Just tell me when you're ready, Jonathan. Because we have to sing it with a track. But the track was done by Hank.
Yeah. So just sit back like beautiful, beautiful spiritual beings. Little inner childs, ready to be, soothed.
Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around.
Nothing's gonna harm you, no sir, not while I'm around.
Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays.
I'll send 'em howling, I don't care, I've got ways.
No one's gonna hurt you, no one's gonna dare.
Others can desert you, not to worry, whistle, I'll be there.
Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time, nothing can harm you, not while I'm around.
Being close and being clever ain't like being true.
I don't need to, I would never hide a thing from you like some.
No one's gonna hurt you,
No one's gonna hurt you,
not while I'm around.
I won't dare.
Others can desert you,
I will not desert you.
whistle, I'll be there.